Dámy a pánové, vítejte u mýho už dneska pravidelného streamu, můžu to tak říct, na hru Elder Scrolls Online. Tak a už tady mám hru. Dobrý, to tady nepřekáží. A budu pokračovat tady v úkolech. Ještě si to dostavím takhle. Paráda.
Sorry it took me so long to get here. Let's look around.
Jasný, Evely, chceš mi něco říct?
Never mind. Tell me later. I assume we're supposed to find something important in here? Let's look around.
Jasný. Takže totální luty. Aha, tyjo, sklep. Musím dopatrat teda. Záhady nových kamenů. Hele, čtení si nechám na jindy, protože za hodinku zkusíme pleč. Tak koukám, už jedu i na YouTube.
The wardrobe's empty. Looks like Amnes has already left for the event, whatever it is.
Srdečně tě zveme na výjimečnou událost ve společnosti tvých bratrů a sester z našeho výjimečného a exkluzivního řádu. Laskavý radní Vandasia vám představí podívanou, která změní dějiny, jakou jste ještě neviděli. Rád by, abyste se na této slavnosti podíleli. Překládáme tuto speciální minci spolu s podrobnostmi o dopravě a ubytování. Vezměte si s sebou oblečení na několik denních slavností, včetně společenského oděvu a řádového roucha. A přineste si minci. Budete ji potřebovat, abyste zajistili průjezd na místo konání akce. Ať oheň nikdy neochabne a povodeň nikdy neustoupí.
That's just the cover letter. The detailed invitation is missing, and so is the coin. I think that's everything we're going to find. Let's take another look at the evidence and see if we can figure out what's going on here.
Ten dopis Amnesovi naznačuje, že Vandasia odešel na panství Salvito.
Right. Says that's located near Blackwood Lake. It also mentions some sort of event. And I think both Amnes and whoever sent this letter are part of the Order of the Waking Flame. Actual Dagon is right here in Gideon. Can you imagine?
Tato událost zní, jako by Vandasia plánoval svým stoupencům odhalit něco zvláštního.
I was thinking the same thing. Could he have found the other two ambitions? And are they people too? Cracked acorns. Mysteries make my head hurt. I'd much rather have a clear target so I can fill it full of arrows.
Našli jsme také části pozvánky a všimli jsme si, že jeho skříň je prázdná.
Sounds like getting to the event requires a voyage and a special coin of some sort. Since we don't have a coin or an invitation, we should go to the Salvito estate next. I think it's to the north of Gideon, near Blackwood Lake. I'll meet you there.
Dobře, zejdem se tam, jasný. Technicky to je tady. Ty vogo, tam jsem byl a dělal jsem ten úkol s duchama. To jsem mohl taky nejdřív vyřešit ten Gideon. No nevadí, portnu. Zkouknu denní dávory. Hotovo, jasně. Ne, tak tohle je něco jiného.
This place is crawling with waking flame cultists. We'll need to be careful.
Počkej, já jsem tady za... Aha. Počkej, cože to jsem tady? Mám normálně to svoje. Jo. Dobrý, nestih nic. Jo, už dává slušný damage.
Get my luggage to the docks. Hurry! I want to set sail with the tide.
Kdo to hraje?
Intruders! Stop them, my brethren!
He went out that window. Head around behind the house and let's cut him off.
Tak teda proletíme taky oknem.
My brethren, I need to reach my boat.
Yeah.
Stay back! Just let me go and I'll give you whatever you want!
There he is. Gratian Salvito. Get him to tell you everything he knows. There he is. No place else to run to. Talk to Salvito and find out where this event is taking place.
What do you want? Gems, gold, jewels? Whatever you want, it's yours. Just don't harm me.
Radní Vandácia, kde je?
All right, yes. Vandacia was here. Stopped by for a visit with his new charge, but he's long gone. Perhaps if you hurry, you can still catch him.
Jeho nový svěřenec.
Well, prisoner, actually. He stopped by to show him off. Gave me a preview of his big event. Oh, please, I shouldn't be telling you any of this. It goes against our code.
Řekni mi o té události víc, kde se nachází a jak se tam dostanou.
No one outside the order is allowed. Oh, all right. I can see there's no reasoning with you. Take my invitation and my coin. You'll need both to get on the ship. The Calamity. It's leaving from Leeuwin docks shortly.
A ship at the Leeuwin docks? Where is Vandacia holding this event of his? And he's got a prisoner? It sounds like he found one of the ambitions.
Salvito nám dal své pozvání na tuhle podivnou minci.
Let me see that. What a strange coin. The symbol on it. It looks like the symbols in the book I'm carrying. Here, you better hang on to the coin. At least we know how to get to Vandacia's event, wherever it is.
Takže myslíš, že bychom se měli nalodit na tu loď?
Absolutely. Let's meet in Leeuwin. According to the invitation, the event requires formal attire, so we'll need to visit a tailor before we head to the docks. I'll meet you by the big tree just inside the city gates after I deal with Salvito.
Jo. Takže musíme sem do městské brány. OK. Já si projedu úkoly. Vlastně to je mimo dosah. Já jsem vlastně teď tady. Tak tady vlastně nic není, jenom tohle, že jo? A to je mrtvé kapky, to je ten portál do Oblivionu. Jo, mrtvé kapky. Ale technicky můžu. Tam to co k hraní. Tady jsou ty. Kult probuzícího se plamene, no tak já je proběhnu kolem. Tak koukám, že tam je rovnou portál do té mrtvé země, nebo jak se mu říká. Co to bylo? Tady byl nějaký průzkumník? Nebo jsem něco prostě přehlídnul? Tady po cestách, o tom Blackwoodu toho bude asi ještě víc, co můžu vidět. Tak počkat, mrtvé kapky. Tady. Rozbijte pár dveří, vyrabujte pár domů. Lidé začínají zapomínat, proč nám platí a je na nás, abychom jim to připomněli. Tenhle kult nám to začíná stěžovat. Chytají další běžce. Už teď jsme na polovině sil. Pokud budeme ještě slabší, Blackwood neovládneme. Tak já si protnu přes Vejšrajnu. Možná ještě nějaký materiál cestou najdu. I když vlastně to je Springler, to nechci. Tak. Poutníkův odpočinek, jo. Ahoj Tome. Jo. Je to skvělý, já teď dělám právě úkol, takže za chvíli ti ukážu, jak to vypadá přesně. Jenom mi potvrď, seš ten Tomáš, který si myslím, že seš, to znamená velký. A abych teda věděl, jestli s kým vlastně mám tu čest, víš jak. To je to docela plno tady v Leeuwinu. Moment, tudy chci jít? Chci. Ahoj tady, v jaký jsem v gildě? Já jsem v gildě Strážci Tamrielu. Myslím si, nebo asi jedna z těch největších městských guild, která je. Jsem se asi zbláznil, tam potom po mě chci jít do hospody. Momentálně teda dělám úkol v Blackwoodu, ale zhruba za 3/4 hodinky zkusíme nějaký pledge, tak kdyby se chtěl přidat, Perry, tak stačí napsat a jaký mám nick a můžeš si mě přidat do přátel. Jsem si myslel, že vím, kam chci jít, a vypadá to, že nevím, kam chci jít. Jo, já vím, když jsem koukal na tu mapu, kam mám jít, tak jsem koukal mimo město. A díky tomu jsem viděl samozřejmě bránu, místo toho, aby ji viděl přesně kam potřebuji jít kvůli tomu hlavnímu úkolu. Takže teďko tady bude interakce, povídáme si s... Tady. Jo, zapnul jsem si i titulky, že mi to překládá vlastně to, co mluví, jenom tak jakoby do vzduchu. A teďko bude přímo ten dialog. Tak, uzři. Dobře, nepřehledl jsem tě. Nemáme moc času, než ta loď odpluje, tak pojďme. Jo, takže normálně strojová čeština funguje tak, že ti přeloží víceméně všechno, co dokáže přeložit. A jak je to přes tu neuronovou síť, tak to občas i přeloží celý fráze správně. Jediný, s čím to má problém, jsou rody, ženský a mužský. Takže tady je vidět, že i když je to ženská, takže je to přeložené jako nepřehlédli jsem tě, protože z toho úseku vlastně nemůže pochopit, že se jedná o ženu. Jo, neví ten kontext. Jo, no můžeš být v několika, myslím si, že snad až ve 3 gildách současně. Když se podívám, tak já jsem jako ve 2, starý si tam vedl ten největší a tam lidská chátra, to zakládala moje přítelkyně, tam jsme vlastně akorát ve 3, co se občas sejdeme a hrajeme to. Takže, a myslím si, že je možnost být až ve 3, možná i víc, ve více těch gildách současně. Tak, a jdu pokračovat. Měli bychom zamířit do přístavu?
The invitation says we need formal attire to attend Vandasia's event. When I dropped Salvito off with Governor Keshu, she suggested we'd be able to get what we need at the tailor shop here in the city.
A neví, že se nachází krejčovství?
It's not far. Pretty much dead center of the city. The place is called Armor and Fine Garments. Keshu suggested we should ask for a tailor by the name of Perseus Loke. He's supposed to know his stuff. I'll meet you there.
Rozumím. Já jsem to měl podobný, pak jsem to začal hrát s přítelkyní a začali jsme si to překládat přes Google, což bylo hodně špatný. Tuhle ten překlad, ta první verze, co vyšla, je daleko lepší než ten Google překlad, který jsme měli předtím. Takže pokud překousneš to, že je tady přeložený vlastně úplně všechno, včetně jmen a názvů, a ne všech teda, jo, říká, není daleko, skoro do mrtvého středu města. Nevím přesně teďko tu souvislost. Toto místo se jmenuje Zbroj a jemné oděvy. To by taky šlo přeložit jiným způsobem. Ale jako v zásadě já jsem z toho nadšenej, protože nemusím takhle běhat s telefonem, fotit si to a překládat, jo. Což mě ušetří spoustu práce a fakt. Rozjel jsem teď ten Blackwood a je to pecka. Jinak teďko to bylo zadarma. Ty máš vlastně koupenou, ne? Jsi psal. Jo, že si na tu hru zlomil hůl, takže tu hru asi budeš mít, takže určitě to zkus. Já si myslím, že to fakt stojí za to. Ten překlad je na začátku, některé věci jsou krkolomný, některé věci jsou zvláštní, ale co se týká obsahu toho děje, toho lóru, tak je to prostě absolutně dostačující. I knížky, dopisy, všechno je přeložený. Tak, Perry, teď se vyjádřím k tobě. Plánuje s klukama, co hrajete často, až vyjde Nekrom, natážet podcast. To by bylo pěkný. Já teda úplně tu češtinu mám pár dní, takže neznám úplně ten lore do hloubky. Hrál jsem Skyrim a tuhle hru hraju 9 let a s tím překladačem nějaký 2 roky, to si to překládáme. Takže jakoby něco málo o těch lokacích jakoby vím, ale fakt jako hodně málo, no. Určitě si to chci sjet všechno v té češtině, protože mě to zajímá a hrozně se mi to líbí. Takže určitě mi pak napiš, moc rád budu podcasty sledovat, protože ten lore mi zajímá a určitě minimálně bych to chtěl od vás slyšet, jakým způsobem to podáte a trochu se něco přiučit o tom světě. Obdivuju ten Google překladač, no. Děkuju. Co víc tomu dodat, no. Prostě jsem chtěl vědět, o čem to je. My jsme i začali natáčet ještě s dalším kámošem, že jsme to překládali, tak jsme začali natáčet jakoby Skyrim s tím překladem, ale na to jsme se teď vlastně skoro na si vykašlali, protože jak vyšla ta čeština, tak už nemá smysl chodit ten svět a překládat to, když to vlastně už každý má přeložený. Tak, a jdu teda pokračovat, tady jak jsem trošku... Ale co říká? Jo, jdeme na to krejčovství. To vypadá, že ten překlad toho mrtvého oděvu, mrtvého centrum města byl mírně zavádějící a to vlastně vůbec nevadí. To jako pro to pochopení té myšlenky je to fakt 100% dostačující. No tak jo, určitě můžeme, ale jako já spíš hraju a tak bych mohl převyprávět to, co jsem hrál. Dřív vím, že vycházely i nějaké knížky, které byly přímo z toho loru. Tak pár jsem jich přečet, asi 2 teda. A to bylo přímo jakože nějaký příběhy přímo z ESA, teda z ESA ne. Jo, vlastně z toho světa Elder Scrollu. A to bylo, nevím, nechci kecat, jo, ale vím, že to byl třeba z Morrowindu nebo z Oblivionu, z nějakých těch her. Jo, možná to bylo úplně jako mezi tím. No, tak určitě můžem, no. Já bránit se určitě nebudu, já mám rád nové zkušenosti. Tak, jdu se chvilku pokračovat. Zbrojnice, jemné oděvy. Ten název je takovej zvláštní, zase na druhou stranu, proč by se takhle nemohla jmenovat? Možná, že za první republiky byly jako nějaký takovýhle podobný názvy. Možná taky ne, no. Nevím. Ale přijde mi to zcela v pohodě.
Welcome to our humble shop on the boulevard. Are you with the young wood elf? She said her friend was coming by. How may I help you?
Potřebuji si koupit nějaké oblečení na slavnostní událost.
A formal event? I say, we don't usually get clientele of your caliber seeking outfits from our formal line. Adventurers, am I right? Perhaps I can direct you to my colleagues. They handle our extensive collection of protective armor.
Co jsem slyšel od pořádského hráje, tak jo, na češtině se bude dál pracovat. Přihlásil jsem se tam na Discord, opravujou to, různé věci, dost taky tam posílá screeny, takže jakoby vylazuje se to. A podle toho, co jsem slyšel, tak se na tom bude i dál pracovat. Takže mělo by to jakoby pokračovat jako jít jakoby dál a až se vydá Necrom, měl by být teoreticky přeložený i ten Necrom. Taky v to doufám, jo. Je to zadarmo, dělají to víceméně fanoušci. Nebo ne, asi jo, asi jsou to fanoušci zřejmě, proč by jinak dělali takhle obří hru. Takže si myslím, že to přeloží, že to bude pokračovat dál. Jo, neděkuji, opravdu potřebujeme společenský oděv. Jo, jako já v tom fakt jediný ty rody, jinak mi to prostě přijde úplně, jako kdyby to dělal nějaký překladatelský tým.
Of course. We have a small selection of formal wear and alterations are part of our service. Unfortunately, such attire usually requires a noble's purse, if you catch my meaning. If funds are short, perhaps we can come to an arrangement.
Jo, třeba tahle věta, jo. Bohužel, takové oblečení obvykle vyžaduje šlechtický městčec. Jestli mi rozumíte. Nevím, jestli to je takhle udělaný nějakým způsobem náhodou, ale mi to prostě přijde skvělý, jak prostě naznačí, že to prostě bude drahý, ale a ten překlad je prostě přesně takový, jaký mně na tom nepřijde prostě nic zvláštního. Proto mi to přijde fakt jako dokonalý. Pokud se nám nedostává prostředků, snad se můžeme dohodnout. Tady by mohlo být vám, ale jako chápu, že třeba chce mluvit vznešeně v nějakých jiných těch, takže jako na tu konverzaci mi to fakt přijde dobrý. Jaký druh dohody?
The trade is simple. I need silk from the blue whisper moths for next season's line. Bring me a few bundles and I'll trade them for the attire you seek. They nest to the north along the riverbank. Or you can pay the gold, if you can afford it.
Já tady zaplatím zlatem.
A pleasure doing business with you. Now, please, take your time and select the outfit that most suits you. You want to look your best and also make a good impression when attending a formal event.
Tak jo. Aha, tady toho je víc. Ještě někde jsou další? No, vypadá to, že ne. To vypadá dobře, a tohle vypadá snad ještě o něco líp. Ne, tam to si vezmu.
That looks good on you. Hang on while I try this one on. Where does this piece go? What am I supposed to do with this thing? This is itchy and I can't breathe.
Jo, to ještě blízne, co najednou.
There. So, how do I look?
60 000 jako za přeložení celé té hry. No a vem si, že ten Deeple to přeložil no jako zadarmo a samozřejmě stálo to čas a úsilí těch lidí, kteří to dělali, jo, toho týmu, toho pirátského ráje, ale určitě jako, no jasný, no. To já jsem ani neskoušel, jakoby, no. Já si taky občas přiložím nějakou tu knížku, nebo přečtu. Jo, je to pecka. Každopádně, kdyby si chtěl pomoct nějak do začátku něco vysvětlit při hraní, tak stačí napsat ve hře jsem... Tady to není napsané nikde. Aha. To si myslím, že tady bude vidět. No prostě Arafonia Sandus. To je jakoby můj nick ve hře.
So, be honest. I look ridiculous in this outfit, don't I?
No jo, sluší ti to.
You really think so? Thanks. You look good too. So, you be the noble and I'll be your escort. With these outfits, the invitation and the coin, we should be able to walk right up and board the Calamity.
Pakliže jsme připraveni, vydáme se do Lejavinských doků.
Right. Just act natural and no one will suspect we don't belong at Van Dacia's party. But don't expect me to run, dodge or loose arrows while wearing this. It isn't exactly made for sudden movements.
Jasně, hlavně si nesundávají ten luk ze zad, ještě by to bylo nápadný. Tak a ještě mám jít do hospody, takže ještě skočím do hospody. Když už jsem teda ve městě. Hoskyle Skaladas.
Those were fang furls, weren't they?
Yes, they grabbed the two brothers and dragged them out of here. Horrid. But it's none of our business.
Overflow with wine. A sultry dancer with eyes so fine. A circlet of rubies crowns her head. Tangled blankets as you
Jo, lodní společnost, to je v patře, jasně, už si vzpomínám. Ale jsou tady schody, já znám vždycky akorát cestu z patra dolů, protože tady mám housing. Ale no tak, takže tady, ne.
Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. Had a spot of trouble when my last tenant started sending those out.
Tak počkat. Začínám tady. A tady byla ta lodní společnost, tady vždycky seděli. Jo. Hlavně, že mi dole řekli, že že je unesli.
innocence falls like arrows from our ships. We dance until our tired feet bleed.
Jo, knihy. Počkej, knihy, která měla 60 000 řádků. Jasně, rozumím. Ta kniha. Ty máš nějakou knížku, která má 60 000 řádků a je tady z té hry? Nebo z toho světa celkovýho? Protože tady knížky, které jsou, tak mají tak 2 stránky, jo? Hele. Vidíš, jo? Od vajíčka k dospívání. Pík RL, přítel a důvěrník kešu černého Fina. A jedeš prostě, jo? 2 stránky vlastně, nebo 3 stránky. A víc stránek jsem nenašel, to 60 000 je fakt hodně. Tak si přečteme tady. Vy a vaši přátelé, no, jste se značně přepočítali. Máte jediné štěstí, že jste to nebyli, když jsme přijeli. Mám bratry Avernosovi, zabiju je. Pokud je chceš zachránit, přejdi do Rudstion Ridge pod Gideonem. Vyřešíme to tváří v tvář. Panet Ader. Takže... Teď si teda doky. Takže mě to vede do fencu, jo? Jo, takhle normálního světa, už to chápu, jasný, dobrý. No, slyšel jsem na tom streamu, když vydávali, že překládali 950 000 řádků. Pro představu. Tak, tady jsem ve fencu. To znamená, že díky SU+, tak tady budu mít hromadu, ale opravdu hromadu. Nechceš, abych šel, tyjo?
You, over here.
Já s tebou nechci mluvit, protože nemám v plánu dělat teďko temný bratrstvo a nic jak zlodějů, když tady bude asi hlavně temný bratrstvo. Proč jsem tady, když chci jít sem? Opravdu skvělá navigace. Já vlastně můžu zkusit oběhnout z této strany, ale pochybuji, že to vyjde. Tady je impresario, nebo spíš není, protože není event. No to možná půjde takhle, jakože. Hele, truhla. Já vidíš, není úplně všechno, jo? Dole vidím free lock 25%. Tak, výborně, truhlu mám. No, tady mě čeká teda trošku plavání.
Oh, good, you're here. This dead stump has really been rustling my leaves. Everybody was looking at me on the way here. You'd think they never saw a fancy-arsed woman with a bow before. And this dead stump, she won't let me aboard until she sees the invitation and the coin Salvito gave you.
Mrtvý pařez, no, to nevím, co znamená. To by mohl být asi ten první důstojník, možná.
And who might
nevím.
you be? This vessel's been hired for a private affair.
Jsme tu, abychom cestovali na akci.
Are you now? And where's your invitation?
Tady máš a taky naše mince. Tady Evelyn mě bude doprovázet.
Salvito and guest, huh? All right. This all looks to be in order. Welcome aboard. Make your way below decks and find a bunk. We're shoving off shortly, and it's going to be a long voyage.
Dlouhá cesta, jo.
All right, we're aboard. Let's figure out our next move. We must be on the right ship. Everyone is dressed like they're about to have tea with Queen Irene herself.
Jo, jasně, doba je fakt dopředu a já mám pocit, že od té doby, co oficiálně vydali ChatGPT, takže jakoby ty věci ohledně těch neuronových sítí jenom jsou větší a zdokonalujou se každým měsícem. Jenom otázka času a tady na streamu jsme to pár dní zpátky řešili a odhadli jsme to tak na rok, kdy bude i předabovaná celá hra. Nebo nevím, jestli to na ESO, ale že kdy bude prostě umělá inteligence schopná předabovat prostě celý obsah něčeho. Automaticky. Měla by to být dlouhá cesta. Co bychom měli dělat?
I don't know. We want to avoid drawing too much attention to ourselves. We don't want anyone to figure out we're not actually supposed to be here. I guess we could talk to the other guests. See if we can learn anything. Just be careful, all right?
Opatrně si promluv s ostatními hosty a zkontroluj. A co pak?
Then we should find our berths and get some rest. We want to be ready when the ship arrives at its destination, wherever that may be.
No, na to, že má být nenápadný, tak si tady budeme muset se každým pokecat. To bude fakt nenápadný.
I don't remember you. This must be your first time experiencing one of Vandasia's events. You're in for a treat, my friend, an absolute treat. But tell me, have you known the council along?
Ne, potkali jsme se teprve nedávno.
A new recruit to the cause. Welcome, welcome. I envy you. I remember my first time crossing over to...
Přechod kam? V poznámce nebyl zmíněn náš konečný cíl, jo? Tady vlastně ten... Ale to je prostě detail. Když máš prostě něco takového jednou za... Jo? Hrozně dlouhou dobu, tak to prostě přijdeš jako krajinu. Ten Deeple je prostě... Je vidět, že se učí dobře, no.
Oh, no, my friend. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise. I do suggest you get some rest, though. The voyage takes us through some strange waters. I find it better to sleep through the rough patches. Makes the trip pass by more quickly as well.
No, ona co jsem zatím viděl, že už je v angličtině dostupný, já si tady vezmu ještě truhlo, tak ono to dokáže i jakoby nějakým způsobem odhadnout i nějaký ty emoce v tom hlasu. Jo, už dneska vlastně ti existuje neuronová síť, která ti přiloží anglický text prakticky bez chyby. Přeloží ne, jakoby přeříká. Počkej, odpočívejte. Jo, odpočívejte. To je bude odpočívat, jasně. Takže já si myslím, že až to bude v nějaký jakoby rozumnější fázi, tak to nebude znít moc mechanicky. Ale určitě tam bude možnost to mechanický nastavit.
Stay on the path. The keep is just ahead.
Aha. Už asi tuším, kam jsme dopluli, když vidím tu oblohu.
How could you sleep through that? Everyone else has already disembarked. We need to hurry.
Kde jsme, Evely?
Well, according to the last couple of nobles who headed off the ship, we're somewhere in the Deadlands, the Oblivion Plain of Mehrunes Dagon. I guess Vandacia really didn't want anyone interrupting this event.
Kam odtud půjdeme?
Same place the rest of the nobles went. Off the ship in that way. There's some sort of keep over there. That must be the place. I'm right behind you. Let's go see what this is all
This
about.
way, please. Mind where you step.
Mrtvá země, Deadlands.
Keep going. Stay on the path.
All right, this is weird. We're in freaking Oblivion, and these cracked acorns are having a party. I wonder when Vandacia plans to make an appearance.
Myslíš, že bychom měli počkat, co nám řekne Vandacia?
No, look around. He brought these people here to show them he's in control, that he's got power and the favor of Mehrunes Dagon. I think we need to explore this place and figure out what he's got planned before he reveals it to the world.
Tohle místo vypadá obrovsky.
Which is why we need to get moving. If he has found an ambition, maybe we can free them. And if it's something else, well, we need to see what it is and figure out what to do about it while there's still time.
Dobře.
Let's search around and see if we can get a look at Vandacia's surprise before he parades it before these corrupt nobles. Oh, hey, look! Is that Lyranth? What's she doing here?
Nevím, promluví s Lyrantem, protože vím, že to je ženská, ale myslíš, že všichni tihle lidé jsou členi probouzejícího se plamene?
I'm getting that impression, at least from everyone that isn't you, me, or Lyranth. What's she doing over there, I wonder? Anyway, since they all seem comfortable and excited to be sipping wine in the Deadlands, how could they not be cultists?
Enjoy yourselves. Counselor Vandacia shall be with you momentarily.
Ah, little mortal. I was wondering when you were going to arrive. And where did you get that outfit? Is that really what passes for the height of fashion among the Tamriel elite this century?
Na můj oděv se vykašli, Lyranti. Co tady děláš?
I told you I had my own avenues of investigation. Why does it surprise you that I would be on hand for Vandacia's major announcement? Besides, The Dagonist who gave me this coin was only too happy to let me take it from her cold, dead hand.
Víš, co se Vandacia chystá na této akci odhalit?
Not exactly. I haven't been able to move about as freely as I would like. I don't want to reveal myself to Dagon Stromora any sooner than I have to. But some of these mortals believe that Vandacia has finally found one of the ambitions.
Myslíš, že to udělá on? Myslím tím, že našel ambici.
As I understand it, he has been looking for them ever since Emperor Leovik's death. I suggest you take advantage of that disguise you're wearing and see what you can find out before Vandacia begins this extravaganza. I shall remain close by.
Nic nápáka.
Be careful. I don't think they want us wandering around on our own.
Kde je sakra můj převlek? V jaké si fázi hry? Hele, nevím. Jak se to počítá? Teď dělám Blackwood tady za kouzelníka, postavu, která je stará regulárních 9 let. A mám za ní Mám hotovej kompletně Auridon, kompletně Green Shade, kompletně Greatwood, kompletně Smrtonošův pochod, nevím. Malabartor vůbec, s kým čekám. A Somerset, ten mám taky komplet. S tím, že jsem začal teď vlastně jet Daggerford Covenant alianci, takže mám hotový vlastně tady ten malinký ostrůvek. A k tomu mám hotový tady ten malinký ostrůvek Balfoen. Tak ne celý, oko se mi nepovedlo objevit. No a pak, když jsem chtěl rozjet vlastně Stonefalls, tak už vyšla ta čeština, tak jsem si půjdu úplně od začátku nějaký té frakce. A protože Blackwood jsem si jenom oběhnul vešrajiny a pozbíral skýšády, co byly venku. A měl jsem vlastně všechno neobjevený, neudělaný jako úkoly Points of Interesty, tak jsem si řekl, že začnu s tím Blackwoodem. Doufám, že jsem vysvětlil dostatečně, v jaký fázi hry jsem. Za tuhletu postavu, pak mám ještě pár dalších postav teda. Opravdu by mě zajímalo, kam zmizel můj převlek. Což mě trošku znervozňuje, že nemám ten svůj převlek, že na mě budu točit, ale...
I'll tell you what I told Vandacia. I'm Sombrin, and I won't perform for the pleasure of a Dagon cult. So, Vandacia has let some of his pet nobles come by to gawk at his prize. Away, you vultures!
Nejsme šlechtíci, jsme tady, abychom zastavili všechno, co Vandacia plánuje.
There aren't enough of you to stop Vandacia. He has an army of elite soldiers, crazed cultists, and daedric creatures given to him by Mehrunes Dagon personally. You're hopelessly outclassed.
A jakou roli v tom všem hraješ ty?
Me? I'm the main event at this infernal affair. Von Dacia plans to sacrifice me to his Daedric prince, referred to me as one of the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. Apparently they think my death will grant them all unlimited power.
Co je to, co jsi? Jeden z ambicí?
I don't know. Maybe. My mentor used that term once or twice, but I never paid it much mind. Look, to stop Von Dacia, you need to get me out of here. Find the key to unlock these chains. Ken Reeve Desirog has a copy. His chambers to the north.
You get the key. I'll stay here and watch over Sombrin.
Počkej, na severu, tak to jdu blbě. Jo. Ale Ogrim. Aha, tady ho nějaká Dremora bičuje. No, jako Fallout 76 a ESO, co mají společného, no obojí je od Bethesdy a obojí už dneska má titulky. Obojí je přeložený. A jinak je to každý z jiného žánru, to je pravda, no. Fallout. A nemá smysl se bavit o tom, co je co, že oba všichni víme. Fallout, velká sága, velká série, post a posvět, ESO, Elder Scroll, fantasy svět, každý je úplně něco jiného. Jasně. A máš pravdu, po 100 hodinách hraní, nebo já nevím, jak to vysvětlit, jo, když se podívám takhle na tu mapu, abych tě trošku převedl do obrazu. Když budeš hodně velký hardcore hráč, tak si za 100 hodin schopnej dát podle mýho. A když pojedeš fakt poctivě všechny úkoly, hlavní úkoly a vedlejší mise, tak za prvních 100 hodin. Myslím, že jsi schopný se dostat z nějaký ty základní začátečnické lokace do první velké provincie, kdybych vzal tuhle alianci, a k tomu udělat Cold Harbor a Mine Questy. A pak ti zbyde celý svět. Takže si spíš myslím, že ta hra je tak na 10 000 nebo 100 000 hodin. Když si to chceš fakt užít a jet se jakoby ty úkoly. Pak, když už máš vlastně prolezli celý ten svět, pak je tady další věci, rybaření, PvP. To jsou vlastně 3 možnosti, jsem správně pochopil. Cyrodiil, Imperial City a Battlegroundy. Nebo crafting. Jo, jako v zásadě jde o to, jakou cestou se chceš vydat, no. A to je možná asi ten největší problém, že tady je tolik možností, že je problém se rozhodnout. Ale 100 hodin je fakt málo. 100 hodin si myslím, že pokud tu hru nikdy nehrál, tak to ti stačí tak, aby si pochopil ty základní mechaniky. A zase, jo, něco jiného je prvních 100 hodin. A něco jiného je, když začneš s novou postavou, máš už třeba nahráno 1000 hodin. Já bych se mohl zeptat přítelkyně, kolik má hodin nahráno na tom, protože mi to jednou říkala. Ale bylo tam něco přes 1000 hodin a to máme hotovou první frakci a pár DLCček. No tady v rychlosti zjistím informace, co mám. Přes 1200 hodin máš nahráno, výborně. Tak to znamená, že 1200 hodin stačí na to, aby si udělal jednu frakci a pár DLCček. A ne všechny DLCčka samozřejmě. Takže 100 hodin je skutečně hrozně malinko. Jinak momentálně teďko jsme tady v mrtvé zemi a musíme najít klíč od pout týpka, kterýho chce tady Vandasia obětovat deadrickému princi. Teď ho hlídá Evelyn. Oh. Aha. Nějaký enemy.
No mortal is allowed here. Not even the high priest. Flesh like a cloak.
Tak, to klíč od vězně. Tak, jdu osvobodit vězně. Technicky by tady mohlo být všechno už vybitý, takže trošku má to. Aha, tak, samozřejmě, že ne. Tak je moje nejčastější slovo, jak jsem zjistil.
Hey, over here.
No, co pane máš hlídat toho vězně?
We're too late. While you were searching for the key, Vandacia arrived and called in the nobles. He started his presentation. Great, but it's not like we can just walk in there and... Wait a moment, that's it!
Na co myslíš, Evelyn?
If we can cause a panic, get those nobles to run around screaming, that should create enough of a diversion for you to use that key and set Sombrin free. We just need to accomplish that before Vandacia gets to the part where he sacrifices Sombrin. Take these Reekers. They're beetles similar to dewbugs. Very tasty, though they release a foul odor when they die. I was saving them for later, but I'll get more. Place them around the hall. Then, when you give the signal, I'll loose some arrows.
To zní jako plán.
Just drop the Reekers around the perimeter of the chamber. Once you've placed them, give me the signal and wait for the clouds of stench to clear the room. Then you can set Sombrin free. I hope you can hold your breath, though.
Zdá se, že o těch vroucích víš hodně.
We had an infestation in my village when I was a little girl. If you know how to do it, you can kill them without causing a stink. They're quite delicious. But if you just crush them or stick them with an arrow, phew, that's what we're counting on.
Jo, rozumím. Tak, ale já skočím rychlostí na záchod. Takže... Já jsem poskytl taky nějaký trailer, ať to vypadá, že se něco děje. A Za chvíli jsem zpátky.
The storm is coming. The Imperial throne lies empty. The scent of war swirls in the air. Evil awakens. A long-vanished foe stirs. Those who would destroy Tamriel seek out dangers to their dark plot. It is the 582nd year of the Second Era. The drums of war are sounding. This is where our journey begins.
Bethesda Forever. Jasný, no. Jo, určitě vyzkoušej. Kdybys potřeboval s něčím pomoct, poradit, tak napiš. Ve hře jsem jako Arafon Sanduš. Dus bez háčku. Tak jak jsem tady napsaný, tak přesně takhle bych měl mít svůj nick. Kodáčko, jestli to nezobrazuje. Já to asi potom někam vystavím, abych to měl třeba na tom YouTube v poznámkách. A nebo v YouTube v popisku, tak tam je adresa na Discord, kde se můžeš klidně taky zeptat, cokoliv budeš potřebovat.
Place the reekers around the chamber, then give me the signal when you're done.
Brothers and sisters of the waking flame, behold our future. This is one of the fabled four ambitions of Merun's Dagon, and his death will elevate us all. Like the others of his kind, he was created from birth for one purpose: to give us his power and grant our Dark Lord a connection to the mortal plane.
Now that's what I call a distraction. Let's grab someone and get out of here.
Sacred ceremony! Destroy them!
Counselor,
Damn!
this way,
The High
before
Priest
the
is getting
odor
away.
overwhelms you. Now go, I will deal with
No
the
matter.
intruders.
Come.
They will not escape.
If we can
this
reach the
trip.
entry hall, I can open a portal back to Nern.
Kde se dělal ten portál? To je úplně někde. Tady nevím kde. No dobrý, vím vstup. Aha, já se musím tady to všechno probojovat. Zase mám oblečení teďko.
Stop them!
I need a moment.
Capture the ambition at all costs!
Get up, Sombrin! We need to get out of here!
I can't. Too exhausted.
I'll help Sombrin. You need to deal with those Dremora.
Very well. I shall deal with you myself.
I opened a portal, little mortal. Take your companions and leave this place. We shall see each other again. I guarantee it.
O tom nepochybuju, že se ještě uvidíme.
Thank you for getting me out of that place. I am in your debt.
Můžeš mi říct, odkud jsi přišel, že tě Vandácia zajala?
That story would take too long to tell. Let's just say I made the mistake of returning to a place where I once lived. I wasn't paying attention, and suddenly I was surrounded by Vandacia's cultists. They overpowered me and I woke up in chains.
Měl bych tě vzít k ostatním ambicím. Takže asi měl bych tě vzít k ostatním ambicím.
Yes, I would like to meet these other ambitions. Find out who they are, what we are, and learn more about this power Vandacia seems intent on taking from us. Lead on, and I will follow.
Take Sombrin to the Temple of Dibella. Then meet me at the governor's mansion.
Lead the way, my friend.
What do you want?
Go, my friend. Go see Evely. The twins and I have much to discuss.
I'm Destron, and this is my sister Kalia. But who are you?
My name is Sombrin, and I, like you, am an ambition.
Another ambition? Truly? How very nice to meet you.
Tak, ty už se asi pokecají. Soukromí, a teď začnou kecat, ty vole, mě to tak zajímá, jako. Tak se já jdu zpátky. Tak prostě nebudu mluvit, když jsem tady. Asi mají něco tajného mezi sebou. Ale velice si jenom chce popovídat. Tamhle, no. Běžím. Vidím si, že zase tou nejblbější cestou, kterou můžu jít. No, samozřejmě.
Did you get Sombrin settled into the temple? Did you introduce him to the twins?
Sombrin je v bezpečí v chrámu s dvojčaty.
Perfect. I was telling the governor everything that happened. How we traveled to the Deadlands and stopped Vandacia from sacrificing the third ambition. We need to figure out our next move. Oh, before I forget, here's your share of our compensation.
Tak, děkuji.
You have done well so far, mercenary. Now we must speak.
Dobře, o čem chceš
Every
mluvit?
stone tossed into a pond causes ripples. The stones you have thrown have caused waves. As much as I wish to assist you, I need to think of Gideon and its safety.
Tak kým myslíš, guvernére?
My spy master tells me that Councillor Vandacia still has eyes in the city. That even now we fear he is aware that we harbor the ambitions. That he gathers his cultists to assault Gideon. The presence of the ambitions puts my people at risk.
Co chceš, abych udělal?
Keep the ambitions safe, but we need to find a better place to hide them. Talk to the ambitions. Perhaps the third one you rescued. Sombrin, was it? Evely said he wasn't locked in a vault when the cult found him. Maybe he knows more than the twins.
Budu si promluvit s ambicemi.
I would never turn away anyone in need. We will protect the ambitions for as long as we can. Yet I fear my legionnaires will not be able to hold off Vandacia's forces should they attack. Go to the Temple of Dibella when you're ready to talk to them.
Proč se najednou bojíš Vandaciovy síly?
My spy master reports a flurry of activity that is troublesome, and Gideon is not the fortress it once was. Even so, my Blackfin Legion will give as good as it gets. Better even. What most concerns me is the possibility of treachery.
Zrady?
Vandacia's family is powerful and has deep roots in Blackwood. His spies and political allies fill Gideon like wine fills a goblet. And not all of them are cultists, at least not openly. I fear the enemy we cannot see more than the one we can.
Go on, Kalia. Unleash your power. Just like back in the Sanctum.
All right, if you say so.
They didn't like how I tucked him.
No! Wait!
Something's wrong.
Pull back, Kalia. Pull back!
I can't!
Hold on. Let me help. There. How did you do that? Practice. I trained to control my powers after I left my vault. When I was freed from my vault, it took months for my own power to reach such levels, and then it nearly destroyed me. I'm surprised Callie has gotten to that point so quickly after her release. Our powers grow exponentially once we leave the protection of the vaults. It's what they were constructed for. But Kalia's power has advanced much faster than mine did. It almost consumed her. If not for my mentor, the same would have befallen me.
Jak se dostal stres z ruce? Co je to za mentora?
When Duke Varen's forces came through, they set me free. To them, I was just another political prisoner. I wandered without a purpose for a time until my power reached a level similar to what you saw here. That's when my mentor found me.
Myslíš, že ten mentor může pomoci Kali a Destronovi naučit se ovládat své síly?
I don't see why not. Plus, it will probably be safer if the three of us leave for a while. There's an old shrine northwest of here. Let's meet there. I suggest you tell your wood elf companion where we're going. She seems like the sort to worry.
Dobrý nápad, řeknu Evely a pak se sjedeme svatyni.
Find us in the marsh to the northwest. I'll take Callie and Destron and meet you at the shrine. Don't worry, I'll protect them. The cultists won't surprise me again. Just let your wood elf friend know that we have the twins and we'll keep them safe.
Co myslíš tím, když říkáš, že Kalina mocí pohltí?
Why do you think Emperor Leovic had those vaults constructed? They contain and limit our power. Without them, the power would grow and expand until it destroyed us. The vaults were supposed to keep us alive long enough to learn to control our power.
Proč tě Vandácia chtěla zabít?
Right. About that. Obviously, what I thought I knew and the truth aren't exactly the same. Regardless, without the protection of the vault, Kalia's and Destron's powers will eventually kill them.
Ale ty věříš, že je tvůj mentor dokáže naučit ovládat jejich síly.
She was able to train me. She also had a method for suppressing my power until I can contain it on my own. Without her, I wouldn't be here today. She can help Destron and Kalia. I'm sure of it.
Guvernér Jashu navrhl, abychom Gideon na chvíli opustili.
The governor is wise. A moving target is harder to hit than a stationary one. And if we're no longer inside the city, Vondacia's cultists have no reason to attack it.
Mimochodem, jak jsi skončil zavřený v mrtvé zemi?
I wasn't paying attention. My mentor warned me that I was going to be hunted, but I didn't listen. I returned to my old vault to see if I could learn more about who and what I am. The cultist ambushed me, knocked me out before I could respond.
Řekni víc o svém mentorovi.
I was raised in a vault, just like the twins. Isolated, ignorant of the world outside. All I knew was that I was different. Special, somehow. Duke Varen's forces set me free when I was 16. My mentor found me some months later.
A jak tomu došlo?
I fell in with mercenaries, wandering and learning to fight even as my power grew. I was beginning to lose control when my mentor appeared. She was a shaman of sorts. She taught me how to master my power, but she never referred to me as an ambition.
Pořád nechápu, jak tě našla.
She said she had been looking for me. She knew of Mehrunes Dagon's interest in a hidden secret and had been searching for it. But it wasn't until my power began to manifest outside the vault that she was able to locate me. She saved my life.
Spal jsem si tlačítko.
That was terrifying. I've never felt anything like that. Ever. Nothing like that ever occurred during our training in the Sanctum. What's happening to me?
O to se snažila.
My gift is fire. Summoning flames is as natural as breathing. In the vault, it was always just a spark or a simple flicker. But when I tried to hit the target, I couldn't control it. The fire inside me, it wanted to grow, to
Jak se
spread,
cítíš
to
teď?
feed. I'm fine. A bit lightheaded, maybe. Whatever Sombrin did, it put the fire out. At least for now. I don't like this. What if next time I summon the power, no one can help me extinguish it? I could hurt Destron. I could burn Gideon to the ground.
To nedopustíme. Jasný.
Our power seems to be getting stronger. Harder to control. If not for Sombrin, Kalia's own power might have consumed her. Is this our punishment for abandoning our sanctum?
Nemyslím si, že jsi byl potrestán.
No, probably not. But we're definitely getting stronger. You saw what I did in the sanctum. My power is lightning, but after seeing how Kalia lost control, I'm hesitant to use it out here. I will, though, if I'm called upon to defend my sister.
Skvělý. Já tu vidím úkol. A nahoře má být. Tak sválně, co to má být. Ještě nahoru. Když už nemůžu, ne snad.
There's always more to do.
A nebo můžu? Pík RL. Tak jo. Mně jestli bude asi nějaký bug.
Hey, I'm over here. Keshu told me to take a thinking break. It helps to take a break sometimes, you know? From thinking, so you can think better later. Anyway, how are the ambitions doing? Have you figured out a better place to hide them?
Tomber má nápad, jak dvojčaty ztrácí kontrolu nad svými schopnosti. Ale dvojčata, jasně.
That sounds bad, obviously. What happened?
Kalia málem zapálila chrám, ale Sombren zná někoho, kdo jí může pomoct.
Oh, I knew there was a reason we plucked him out of Vandasia's fortress in the Deadlands. I mean, other than preventing a human sacrifice. So who is this helpful person?
Sombrenová mentorka. Sejdeme se před Gideonem. Možná budeme chvíli pryč.
Stick close to them. You need to keep the ambitions safe and out of Vandasia's clutches. While you're away, I'm going to continue helping Keshu's Blackfin Legion. And I want to be around when my cousins from Valenwood finally arrive. Good luck!
Týpek nehraje, nevadí, tak já jdu pokračovat dál tady v misi. Tam, že mám jíst.
All I ask is that you all keep an open mind.
That's a Dremora.
Sombrin, what's going on here?
Easy, everyone. This is Zaina. She can help us. Mercenary, why don't you speak to her?
Interesting. I didn't expect to hear from Sombrin again after he left, despite my advice. But to find him in the presence of a powerful mortal and 2 other ambitions. But where are my manners? Greetings, mortal. I am Zaina.
Tamriel říká, že si ho učila pomáhala mu ovládat jeho sílu.
And so I did. I sensed his need and offered my assistance. He learned well, and as he will tell you, I never betrayed him. Is that why he has summoned me? Because those other 2 ambitions now face the same danger that almost consumed him?
Ano, chceme se ujistit, že se Kalia a Destron nezničí vlastní silou.
Then you must bring them to my sanctuary. They are far more than anything you can imagine. I helped Sombrin because I didn't want to see him fall into Mehrunes Dagon's hands, or destroy himself with his own power. I will do the same for the others.
Kde je vaše útočiště?
I hide in the Deadlands. Yes, Dagon's realm. But I have ways to protect us. Before you bring them, they must be attuned to this realm. Find slivers of the Deadlands lodged in your world. Sombrin will show you how to use them to attune the ambitions.
As I said, Zaina helped me. And she can help Kalia and Destron. We just have to trust her. And if you can't trust her, trust me.
Měl jsi nám říct, že tvůj mentor byla Dremora.
Forgive me, but in my experience, most of Nirn takes a dark view of Dremora. Zaina found me when I was at my worst. If she wanted me dead, she could have killed me years ago or just let me destroy myself. Instead, she helped me, taught me control.
Znám jednu Dremoru. Musí od tebe něco chtít.
Oh, of that I'm certain. Competition in the Deadlands is fierce, especially among the non-aligned Dremora. I know that she seeks allies to call upon when the need arises. Having 3 ambitions who owe you a favor? Oh, that's like gold to Zaina.
Pověz mi o tom procesu naladění, o kterém mluvila Xina.
Let me mark your map. Zaina told me where to find these slivers of the Deadlands when I needed them. Dagon cultists often enshrine these shards whenever they find them. You'd be surprised how often chunks of oblivion make their way to Nirn.
A co uděláme s těmi střípky, až je najdem?
I'll describe the process when you return. I need to prepare a portal at a place where the planar boundaries are thin. Take Kalia and Destron and gather the slivers. Then I can attune them to the Deadlands. I also marked where to meet me on your map.
Dobře, vezmu do dvojčata a najdu tyhle kousky mrtvé země.
Our powers interact strangely with the natural forces of the Deadlands. That's why we need to be attuned. Of course, I underwent the process years ago. Now we must help the twins do the same. Keep them safe, then meet me on the road south of Gideon.
Takže nemusím být naladěn?
No, you're not an ambition. Besides, you've been to the Deadlands already and suffered no ill effects. If the twins attempted that before we attuned them, the plane would rip them apart. Our power is connected to Mehrunes Dagon in some way.
Co to znamená?
I'm not entirely sure. I just know that there's some element of Mehrunes Dagon inside us, and it wants to return whence it came. I think that's what Von Dacia hoped to accomplish by killing me. Anyway, I'd rather not see that happen to any of us.
I suppose we must trust in Sombrin's experience. He knows quite a lot more about our powers than we do.
Myslíš, že bychom měli Xenii věřit?
Does it matter? I felt the power inside me when I lost control back at the temple. I couldn't stop it. If Sombrin hadn't suppressed my flames, I would have ignited the city. Unless you know another way to fix me, I don't think we have a choice.
Let's find these objects from the Deadlands as Sombrin's mentor suggested. If it helps keep me and my sister alive, we've got to try it, no matter the risk.
Už si někdy slyšel o tom procesu naladění?
No, but I never heard of ambitions either before all this began. We're in new territory here, but as long as my sister and I are in danger, I'll take help wherever I can get it. Let's go and find these objects. Can you believe it, Kalia? We're going to be great heroes.
What's heroic about being consumed by our own powers?
Zyna taught Sombrin to control his powers. She'll do the same for us.
If the cultists or our own powers don't kill us first.
Come now, sister. Where's your sense of adventure?
What if Zyna only wants to use us for our power, Destron?
She can't force us. You heard her. She needs allies, and we're as powerful as they come.
I've read the stories. Pacts with Daedra never turn out well.
I'll protect you, Kalia. You have my word.
Silly little brother. I'm the one who protects you.
You're barely older, only by a moment. Two slivers of the Deadlands, one for each of us. Mission accomplished.
I fear it just gets more difficult from here.
You worry about everything. Let's go meet Sombrin.
No tak já protnu sem a pak půjdu sem. To bylo asi nejsnažší.
And we're off. Don't worry about me. I can keep up.
Jo, tohle tu ten points of interest, je jasný.
Here's Alosi's hut. She may not be home, but let's check just in case. It doesn't look like she's home. Let's see if we can figure out where she went.
It is the calm after the storm. We must pick up the pieces and continue, despite all the things we lost.
Nowhere to be seen. But all her belongings look like she was just here. You know, a less confident Argonian might start to take this personally. Not off the top of my head, but she can't be too far. It looks like she was just preparing a meal here, so perhaps she went looking for herbs? Let's search around. I think I know a spot. Ah, Elosi, we weren't doing anything.
You bring a stranger into my home, Noozle? An outsider entering my home unbidden seeks death. You only live because the annoying blacksmith who joins you is familiar to me. But this pause is a temporary state. Speak then. What is so urgent that you would break into my home? Distressing news. It seems my great fear has come to pass. Where then is Satul Sa? She would never leave the villages undefended. Even once we decided our time was at an end, she insisted on staying. Dead? Satul Sa? She was the smartest and wisest of us all. This is impossible. And yet, since Noozle brought you, it must be true. The consequences of my selfish choice meant the death of my dear friend. Such a bitter lesson. You shall have my aid, if you perform a simple task. When I retired, I buried my blades deep in the ground. Go north to the ruins, retrieve them for me so that I may avenge Satul Sa. Be warned, as I made certain they are well protected. My daggers represented a life I thought I left behind. If you are serious about my help, find them, bring them back, and I will become the sudden gust once more. You ask to hear a long tale, one that I do not wish to tell, and may not have the right to tell. Be satisfied with this. A tree is not merely its trunk or branches or roots. It is also its seed. And so a tree without seeds is nothing at all. Indeed, so it does. I may have failed it, but I cannot change the past. I can, however, change its future. With my weapons, I can fight this Nezosa and defend the stone wastes once more.
I'll follow right along behind you. These rooms look uninviting. Let's be careful. Of daggers in the ruins. They must be Alosi's.
So, you have skills. Even if you did let me sneak up on you. Let's speak. Your test is complete, and with barely a scale out of place. Impressive. Do you like my blades? The hilt is Kaguti bone, and Mirta himself enchanted them. Back when I could tolerate the withered toad. Of course I will. I was always going to. But I needed to see if you could fight by my side. Also, I wanted to finish my meal. I will meet you in the village center, unless you need something more from me. I see. You wish to bring us all back together. Well, a promise was made, and I will keep it. Go southeast to find the dingy hovel where Mirta resides. Look beneath the dirt and rock, and you'll find him. Just don't tell him I sent you.
Destron, stop! This is serious!
That won't happen. I won't let it.
It might not be up to you.
Kalia, we'll figure this out.
We're doing this to avoid all that. Did you gather the slivers? You found the Deadland slivers? Good. I set up the portal at the top of the hill behind me. Alatun, Kalia, and Destron. Then we can make our way to the summit. I need you to deal with a complication for me. Creatures were drawn to the hillside by my actions. Could you make sure the path to the top is clear? The last thing we need is for some mundane and random threat to provoke a response from Kalia or Destron. Just like we discussed, focus on the slivers of Deadlands.
It's working!
I've never traveled by portal before.
Quick, step inside. Follow when you're ready, friend. Welcome to the Ashen Forest, my friend. Deep in the heart of the Deadlands. Talk to Zaina. She'll tell you what you need to do. Unlike when I did it, the twins will have each other and you when they walk the path of the obelisks.
I greet you, mortal. As with Sombrin, I shall do all that I can to aid the twins. But first, they must survive the Ashen Forest. They must walk the path of the obelisks. Before I can teach them to contain their power, they must first come to understand it. The path of the obelisks will help them do so. They must visit the 3 ancient oracles and learn the truths that each will reveal. Protect the twins from the dangers of the forest. They cannot unleash their power safely until they have learned to control it. At each obelisk, you will bear witness to the truths they learn. Come to me when all is said and done. Then we shall see. The power of these 2 ambitions grows with every passing moment. You must hurry. The path begins to the northwest. Look for the obelisks of origin, empowerment, and inevitability. Each will reveal a hidden truth. The Dremora of my clan have dwelt in the Deadlands for ages uncounted. This is the seat of my power, just as it is Mehrunes Dagon's. My purposes, however, are my own. Allegiances among Daedra are not as simple as they are in the mortal world. Let us just say that I do not wish to see Mehrunes Dagon succeed in this endeavor. The ambitions must not fall into his hands. I cannot say for certain. Their truths are their own, not mine. Yet I know that they must walk this path. A mortal cannot become what they are meant to be without first understanding what they are. Much remains hidden from these 2 ambitions.
done.
Keep it away!
That must be the first obelisk.
Prepare yourself, brother, while our friend activates it and serves as our witness. Something's happening.
The babes are asleep? How? I couldn't get the boy to stop bawling.
I fed the twins until they were full and exhausted.
Your Majesty, welcome. The babes are healthy and strong.
As commanded, my Emperor, she bore twins.
As Mehrunes Dagon commanded, so it has been done.
Our parents and the High Priest? I don't understand.
I never used to fight this much, until I met you.
That must have hurt.
I suppose this is the obelisk of empowerment.
Activate it, if you would, friend.
Starting.
Time for the final ritual, my Emperor.
Proceed, High Priest.
O Mehrunes Dagon, Prince of ambition and destruction, imbue these infants with your power! Let it ripen and grow within these vessels until the appointed time.
As Dagon wills
Let it be done.
Our parents were sacrificed to Mehrunes Dagon? Why?
You're unstoppable!
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
Why are they attacking us?
Vandacia. He performed the rituals that gave us our powers. And all for the glorification of a Daedric prince. I think I may be ill. That portal opened on its own. Suppose we should step inside.
This must be the day you learn you are destined to fail. That I and the waking flame emerged victorious.
No. Destron, is that us up there?
And Mehrunes Dagon? Is this our future, Kalia? Is this inevitable?
How long ago was it? when I crushed you and claimed the ambitions for myself. It must be rather depressing to see that all your efforts were in vain, that my victory is inevitable. Visions. You must understand the forces with which you meddle. Given your failures before you died, that doesn't surprise me. You entered the portal at the obelisk of inevitability in the Deadlands. What could be more inevitable than the future? Look around and see for yourself. The very fact that you stand before me proves that you didn't stop me. You didn't save the ambitions. You didn't save anyone. I destroyed you. Now this realm belongs to my lord and master Mehrunes Dagon. You said the same thing when we battled in Blackwood so many years ago. I found your foolish bravado amusing then. I find it even more amusing now. Trust me, it was not much of a contest.
Mercenary, time to go. Through the portal, quickly.
Run along. Go back to your time and put your affairs in order. It won't be long before we meet in battle. When I crush you like the pathetic churl you are. We shall...
Vandacia. He had us displayed like trophies.
We saw our future. We're doomed.
Snap out of it. What you saw was just one possible inevitability. Nothing is set in stone.
I didn't think that was how my story was going to end. I really thought we were going to win. Isn't it? You saw the Prince of Destruction. How can we hope to fight something like that, let alone his High Priest? Maybe it's better if we just let our powers consume us. At least then Vandacia won't be able to claim us. Now you sound like Kalia and Sombrin. You're right, though. We have power beyond anything Vandacia possesses. That's why he wants us. Once Zaina teaches us to control it, we'll be unstoppable. All right. We're with you. Let's go get this done.
Vandacia is going to win. We saw ourselves. He was drawing power from us, like sipping wine from a chalice. But you saw how Vandacia looked. Strong, powerful, and Mehrunes Dagon looking down on us. How do we stand against that? Can it really be that simple? Was that the point of these visions? To show us how we were created, and to reveal a dark and possible future? All right, I understand. Just because the night is long, doesn't mean the sun won't rise tomorrow.
The obelisk of inevitability reveals just one possible future. True, it's the most likely outcome, but it isn't the only one. Now that we know where things are heading, we can work to change the course. We're dealing with forces beyond our understanding. It was always going to be a difficult journey, but the obelisk of inevitability only shows what will happen if events continue on their current course. That future hasn't happened. Yet. The perils of visiting oracles. Are we better off knowing what is to come, or continuing on in blissful ignorance? I believe our choices matter. I choose to resist Mehrunes Dagon, and no vision will sway me from that path. I hope you feel the same.
Mortal who bore witness for the twin ambitions, let us speak. We can finally greet each other in person, mortal. Before we begin the process that will permit the twins to control their powers, I must ask you a single question. Why does one who abhors Mehrunes Dagon care what happens to his ambitions? A noble sentiment, but they are more than just people. They are powerful weapons. Dagon's priest imbued them with a portion of the Lord of Destruction's own energy when they were born. It has grown and intensified in the intervening years. Imagine that each ambition is like a mortal bank. Instead of gold, the priest deposited a portion of Dagon's energy inside them. That energy grew with them, compounding and doubling year after year like interest on your savings. It also transformed. In every way, what was once just of Oblivion became mixed with Nirn. Now that energy is a part of both realms. And that is why Mehrunes Dagon wants it back. It will give him the connection to Nirn that he so greatly desires. A path to your world. Their power is like a volcano, building until released as an explosion or a lava flow. One is catastrophic, the other merely destructive. I will delay the eruptions while teaching them to dissipate and maintain control. You may observe, of course. We must begin the ritual at once. This way.
Stay close, friend. I'll feel better knowing you're nearby. What's happening? What's going on?
Zaina, what are you doing?
Helping you fulfill your purpose. Your ambitions. You belong to Mehrunes Dagon.
Oh. What happened? No! Zaina! Damn it! You betrayed us! Damn her! Zaina betrayed us and cast us into the spider nest! It's a dungeon beneath her sanctuary. She sends her enemies here to die. We aren't her enemies. She saved my life many times. If she'd wanted to hurt me, she could have done so long ago. Why turn against me now? I don't want to believe that. But I heard what she said too. And she completely drained my energy. I can't call upon my power until it recharges. We need to find a way out of here. We need to get to Kalia and Destrom before Zaina turns them over. First things first. I need to restore my power. Let me think. Zaina told me about an old foe she destroyed, tossed them into this place and kept their skull as a trophy. It may hold enough energy to recharge my power immediately. The skull is in the treasure chamber. You can get there through the east door, retrieve it, and meet me at the door in the north. When you find me, I'll be in a meditative state. Present the skull, and I'll do the rest. Menthix, an ancient rival. Challenging him was one of the last tasks Zaina assigned to me as she trained me to control my power. Together, we vanquished Menthix and left his bones in the spider nest. Zaina did something to Menthix to chain his essence here forever. She kept him from coming back by trapping his power here, below her temple. That's also why the skull contains energy. Energy I can use to recharge my own power. She probably didn't want to have to deal with 3 ambitions and you at the same time. She needs our powers at their full strength for whatever she has planned. She reversed what I did. I could feel it. Kalia and Destron's powers have been unleashed. Eventually. But probably not before she completes whatever she has in mind. Hurry. We need that skull. With it, I can recharge my power and help the twins. Then, when they aren't in imminent danger of exploding, we can figure out the rest. The skull contains the trapped essence of a powerful Daedric lord. If Zaina had simply killed her rival, he would have returned like Daedra do. So instead, she trapped a portion of his energy to keep him from coming back. You heard Zaina. My powers of both Oblivion and Nirn. I can use a spark from the trapped essence of a Daedric lord to recharge my power. That means Zaina's old enemy will be free to return someday. Not that I care about that anymore.
To run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
I can feel the residual energy. Hold the skull toward me, please. While my power finishes recharging, take a look at what I found. I left it over there. All right, I'm ready. Follow me. We have to stop Zyna. Attack! She's doing something to the twins!
You're too late. Lord Dagon will reward me for such...
I'll help
The
Talia and
ambitions
Destron.
belong to
You deal
Lord
with Zyna.
Dagon. Their power is for him alone. My master will reward me for destroying you. Only you truly understood the nature of the ambitions. I will not fail my lord and prince.
Zyna. She was going to
still here.
sacrifice us to
Thanks for
Mehrunes
asking.
Dagon.
Sombrin, how could you bring us to this monster?
She wasn't like this. I didn't know.
Destron, help me open a portal. Like Sombrin showed us on the hilltop.
This wasn't how it was supposed to turn out. Come on. Let's go after them. Zyna, she never gave me any indication that she was going to betray us. That she was involved in our creation and wanted to sacrifice us to Mehrunes Dagon. At least the twins don't appear to be in imminent danger of exploding. Let me take another look at Zyna's contracts. Yes, it's here. Zyna used a holy book to show Von Dacia how to create the 4 ambitions. Could it have been the Mysterium Xarxis? She was always loyal to Dagon. She never wanted to help us at all. Hopefully, they're either still locked in a vault or wandering free like I was. I hate to think that Von Dacia captured them while we were busy elsewhere. I'm not sure what we should do next, my friend. It's beginning to seem hopeless. I hope you're right, but I can't see a way ahead from here. If all else fails, we'll destroy ourselves before we let Dagon win. We're the keys to unlock the barriers between here and the Deadlands. We can't allow ourselves to fall into his hands. Callie and Destron. They have no reason to trust me. Not anymore. But I'll still protect them. And somehow, I'll find a way to earn their trust again. Whatever Zyna did to prepare them to be sacrificed, it seems to have dampened their power. How long that will last, I have no idea. But until their power builds to uncontrollable levels again, they should be able to use it to help us. I'll try to train the twins as Zyna trained me. If all else fails, I can take them back to the Deadlands. The realm seems to naturally siphon off our energy and keep it at manageable levels. Not my first choice, but it will serve as a last resort.
The fall
sorry. I had no idea Zaina meant to betray us.
She wanted to kill us, Sombrin. An apology isn't going to cut it.
Destron, Zaina betrayed Sombrin too.
Because he was stupid enough to trust her.
I will make this right. I promise.
Let's return to the temple. We shouldn't be discussing this in the street.
Well,
Už to nejsou.
You there, I have some... Greetings. I bear a message to you from the sly T1, spy master in service to Keshu the Blackfin. Ahem. It reads, meet me at the graveyard east of Gideon. Need your help. Urgent. T1 did not want to disclose too many details. This is a private matter, and he is always careful with information. I am sorry I cannot tell you more. I am but the messenger. He awaits you in the graveyard. He will tell you everything there. I erect the spine of gratitude. Do not let T1's desire for discretion worry you. Please, go to the graveyard. Help him if you can. He is egg brother to me, along with Keshu, Vashuruk, and Zosin. We grew up together in the village of Sikat Yol. If you trust Keshu, you can trust T1. But I should let him speak for himself once you meet with him. It is a quiet place where secrets can safely be spoken aloud. But as spy master, T1 could achieve the same secrecy in many places inside the city walls. It is curious, but that is between you and T1. The graveyard lies to the east.
Are you talking to me?
Life was hard for the city
Without
bard,
a proper introduction?
Gideon is not the ground on which we conduct this fight. There is a better place to defend the ambitions. You return at a grim moment, mercenary. While you were gone, word reached us that the Waking Flame is gathering an army. I fear it will soon march on Gideon. But Evely said you took the ambitions to learn about their powers. Did you succeed? We are all in danger. At least you kept the ambitions safe. I thank you for that. Concerning the cult, Evely and I have made plans. But first, I want you to have this. Compensation for the work you have done up to this point on Blackwood's behalf. The Order of the Waking Flame has cast a net around Gideon. Von Dacia is gathering an army, including guards from the garrison who were loyal to him all along. He knows the ambitions were here, and that they have now returned. No, the city is no place for a battle. When foes surround you, it is wise to put your back spines to a tree. We will move the ambitions to Fort Redmane. The Imperials abandoned it years ago, but my Blackfin Legion has been restoring its defenses. No, I have another task for you. Summon what allies you can to Fort Redmane to help defend the ambitions. I sent my legion ahead, but I fear we will need more warriors. Before you go, tell the ambitions what we are doing and why. They trust you. Tell the ambitions we will defend them with our lives. Just not here, where so many civilians could be endangered. Let us use Fort Redmane as the tree against our backs. Evely will see the ambitions safely to the fort. Talk to her before you go. I leave the specifics up to you. Consider who you have helped throughout Blackwood. Evely might have some ideas. Remember, this is not a mission for just any courier or messenger. The cult has made the roads of Blackwood especially dangerous. They are my brothers and sisters in arms, the finest Argonian warriors to ever emerge from Black Marsh. It started as a mercenary band and was tempered in the Akaviri and Alliance wars. Now they protect Gideon, and they will protect the ambitions.
Nazdar Jarkováku, tak to teda gratuluju. Gratuluju ti k nový frajerce.
Tell the ambitions no army of crazed cultists is going to sacrifice them on our watch. But try not to alarm them, which might be tricky. After I send out the call for allies, I'll escort Sombrin and the twins to Fort Redmane. Right. Anyone with an army that can help us? You head to Leowin. I'm sure Captain Rian would be happy for the Ivory Brigade to lend a hand. Beyond that, what about anyone else you helped here in Blackwood? Anyone have any soldiers they can spare? If that's the case, just alert Captain Rian after you talk to the ambitions. Then head directly to Fort Redmane. But if you have the time, go help some people. The fate of the world's at stake. Someone may join up in exchange for a good deed. Tell Sombrin and the twins I'll be with them shortly. I have a few more details to work out with the governor. After that, go see Captain Rian and then meet me at Fort Redmane. But don't take too long. I'd rather you were there when the cult attacks. You went to the Deadlands? And you took the ambitions with you? What were you thinking? What did you expect was going to happen in the Deadlands? That's where Mehrunes Dagon keeps all his stuff. Well, at least everyone made it back. Now, we just need to keep them safe from Vandacia and the Order of the Waking Flame.
Ako sama. No mám se dobře, ale jsem hrozně unavený. Jsem unavený, a takže tady v tom Gideonu mám v plánu oběhnout si tady ty úkoly, co jsou v tom městě, a už to pomalinku zabalit a jít spát. Já musím pokecat s ambicema. Dobře, tak ještě ty ambice a pak hřbitov ještě a pak ještě nějaký další úkol tady mám. No a užívám si češtinu. V Elder Scroll Online, takže se mám víceméně dobře. A ty? Jak se vede? Víš, že máš novou frérku, takže to je lepší, než když jsi ji neměl?
Something's going on, isn't it? Seems like every Blackfin legionnaire is in a hurry today. Let me guess. Vandacia is coming for us again. I know the place. It's an old Imperial garrison, isn't it? I passed by it during my travels after Varen's forces released me from my vault. A fort is more defensible than Gideon anyway. I see the logic. But aren't you coming with us? I swear to protect the twins in your absence. I took Zaina at her word, and it nearly cost Kalia and Destron their lives. I'll die before I put them in danger again.
Tak.
The Order of the Waking Flame has an army. They're marching on Gideon.
Damn cultists. The Blackfin Legion will give them what for.
I thought you said soldiers were useless against a cult like the Order of the Waking Flame.
Well, if those mercenaries from Leowin lend a hand, that should make a big difference.
No jo, prdele, kudy se tam jde. To bude zvenku. Takže já tam půjdu přes ten hřbitov.
I told you not to spook him.
I was perfectly civil.
Your brand of civility leaves much to be desired. Good. You've arrived. Your punctuality is appreciated. I am T1, spy master of the Blackfin Legion. I serve General Keshu in all matters of intrigue. Though the matter I need help with is of a more personal nature. I hope I am right in trusting you with it. Straight to it, then. One of our own has gone missing. Zosin, one of our closest companions, and Keshu's principal ambassador. My informants tell me he was last seen speaking to a dark elf named Malin Drad. That's where you come in. Something's got him on edge. He won't talk to any of us. The members of the Blackfin Legion are easily recognizable in Gideon. I need someone he won't see coming. I want you to see if you can speak with him and learn what he and Zosin discussed. He's staying at the Egg and Hammer Inn. The method of information extraction is up to you, and I will see you rewarded. All I ask is that you be discreet. Too many prying eyes will ensure Zosin never opens up to us about whatever is going on. Once it was the name of General Keshu's army. Over time, it has come to be synonymous with those who follow her. Those of us that have been members of the Blackfin Legion since its inception have been close since we hatched from our eggs. Indeed, it includes Zosin, Vosuruk, Pikiril, and myself. We have followed Keshu the longest of anyone. I still remember when Keshu had to rescue Zosin during our rites of maturity, after he fell into a patch of quicksand. He has grown distant lately, meeting in secret with other mages, disappearing for days at a time. There is something troubling him that he does not want his egg siblings to know about, but I believe he might have told Malin Drad. He is an odd one, but no villain. An accomplished mage and expert on the plains of Oblivion, he put his conjuration skills to work in service of the Ebonheart Pact, though he's since retired to spend his days drinking and poring over old tomes. Like most arrogant mages, he enjoys making sure others are aware of his superiority. He's a talker. My mistake was not stopping Voss before she confronted him directly. He doesn't want trouble with the Blackfin Legion, so he's playing coy now. Voss Haruk, likely the finest warrior in Gideon, next to Keshu herself, and certainly the strongest of our ranks. She grew up with the rest of us in Sikhat Zol, and much like myself, has served the Blackfin for many years. Apologies, it's Keshu's nickname. Voss was actually the one to witness the event that started it. During one of our trials, Keshu emerged from the dark waters of the swamp to kill 3 Naga. Like a Blackfin on the prowl, Peak Iril wrote. No, I have not informed her, yet. She is very busy, as you are no doubt aware. Her claws are full with the fallout from your encounter with those crazed Dagonists. I wish to keep her in the dark for a moment. She has enough to worry about.
Thanks for your help. Word of advice: step lightly around the dark elf when you speak with him. He scares easy. I think he soiled his robes when I first asked him about Zosun. T1 says that's my fault, though I do not see how. I have great love for him, but we have always been opposites. When we were hatchlings, I was busy bloodying my scales, while he was mixing tinctures. He is brave, and he is often too clever for his own good. I worry for him. No clue, but Zosun is a master conjurer and a veteran of many battles. I have no doubt that whatever trouble he's gotten himself into, it will not get the better of him. Still, I believe he needs our help, whether he asks for it or not.
See, I told you they'd come, Scipion.
Not now, Julius. Our friend could be ambushed at any moment.
Fine. I will deal with you myself.
Well thought. Now, would you mind freeing us from these bindings?
Thank the divines. Those fang furls have unpleasant knotwork.
Let's not linger here. Shall we meet back at our office?
I will deal with you myself!
Back on your feet!
Daří se dobře, dělám Blackwood, ale už jsem docela dost unavený, takže teď dotáhnu ten Gideon a půjdu asi pomalu spát. Až už je 1:00. Tak, tady je ten obchodní něco. Jak se daříš, jak se máš ty, ale?
I still feel filthy. We're both going to need a long, hot bath after all this. But what's more important is that we stood up to the Fang Furls and won. Absolutely. Now that you've stripped the Fang Furls of their leader, the Empire will dismantle itself, which opens up a great deal of business opportunities, none of which would be possible without you. Take this with our deepest thanks. The whole affair has left poor Scipion so dreadfully tense. He collapsed from exhaustion as soon as we got back. He has such a fragile disposition. Don't worry about him. I won't let him out of my sight.
Co bych doporučil začátečníkovi? Ty bláho, na to záleží, to je vlastně úplně jedno. Kamionem jezdíš, hustý. Já si myslím, že to je v zásadě úplně jedno. Pokud jsi začátečník, tak vyber si to, co máš jako, co ti je nejblíž. Pokud jsi bojovník na blízko, tak jakože meč a štít, klasika rytíř, doporučuju Dragon Knighta. Pokud máš rád stealth, ohejbání, zabíjení, jakoby ze stínu, akademní skilly, hodně na critical, tak Nightbladea. Pokud jsi spíš kouzelník, chceš střílet blesky, nebo healovat, nebo být summonerem, tak Sorcerer. A v zásadě napiš mi spíš styl, který chceš hrát a já ti řeknu, co by se k tomu hodilo nejlepší. Protože jako tady není jako rasa, která by byla čistě začátečnická. Každá rasa a každý povolání, teda tam jde spíš o to povolání, že jo, tak má svý specifika na hraní. Ale vesměs, když to hodně jakoby osekám a zjednoduším tu myšlenku, kterou teď mám, tak je vlastně úplně jedno, protože každý povolání má 3 základní skill liney. Jedna je na útok, jedna je na healování a jedna je nějaká speciální. Takže spíš mi řekni, co chceš, nebo jak si představuješ, že by to tvoje postava měla jakoby se chovat v boji.
Now that this matter is settled, Scipion and I can begin restoring the Happy Averno Trading Company. My first priority is to find us somewhere else to live. I don't mind close quarters, but the two of us are accustomed to a certain lifestyle. A few, but we don't want to merely restore it to its original profitable status. My brother and I always strive for more. We rely on our ingenuity for success. Our dear uncle was rather kind-hearted when it came to debts. We'll change that.
S healerem chceš kouknout na mě? No healera jsem zakládal dneska dopoledne vlastně, ale toho jsem jenom neexpil tu healovací stavku. A víceméně jsem spíš na ty úkoly, než na ten hardcore exp. A pokud jsi na castery, tak v tom případě určitě sorcerer, potom nekromancer dává dobrý casty a mám dojem, že i ten rytíř, ale já teď nevím, jak se jmenuje. Není to ten Dragork Knight, ale ten druhej, ten... No, že tady neuvidím seznam. Čekej. To zkusím v rychlosti najít. Varden. Ten je dobrý na healování, ale upřímně nevím. Vardena jsem nehrál jako jednu z mála povolání. Ale určitě jo, určitě bude mít tak nějaký úkol, nějaký skill na útok. Tak, už to tady mám. Tak ne, nemám. Povolání. Templář, jo, je ten, co jsem myslel. A Vardena jako, víš co, jako řekl bych, vyzkoušej si všechny, slotu na postav je vlastně zadarmo poměrně hodně, ale jak jasný, že to prostě stojí hromadu úsilí. Varden má u sebe medvěda, není to teda nutný ho mít furt vyvolanýho, ale většinu, všichni Vardeni, co znám, jak Míla, což je vlastně Kostka, se kterým hrajeme, jak já na Mílera, tak i moje přítelkyně, když hraje Vardenku, tak mají toho medvěda ultimátně vždycky vyvolanýho, což je jako summon, který je prakticky nezničitelný na slušný damage. K tomu si nějaký lítající pták, který dává taky docela slušný damage, plus samozřejmě destruction stavka, která má svoje ty... Jo, no já nevím, co se chceš může mě naučit, protože já jsem na ty hardcore věci jako je PvPčko celkem lama. Ale baví mě ten příběh, to je spíš to jakoby, teda teďko mě hodně baví ten příběh, je to v češtině. Nicméně, ty máš co za to povolání? Ty jsi Varden teda, jestli dobře chápu? Tam nechci sem, pak musím s kapitánem.
Those Waking Flame cultists. I hear they plan to attack Gideon next.
Whatever for? Gideon is barely civilized. What could they hope to gain by attacking there?
How should I know? Do I look like a Daedric cultist?
Well, no one thought Van Dacia was a cultist, and look how that turned out. I just hope those mercenaries are still around.
Templář Healer Magic. No, super, hele. Healer, jediný co si myslím, jako že healer toho sám moc asi nezabiješ. Jako jasně zabiješ, máš útoční skilly a na to PvE to určitě stačit bude. Ale potom do party, nebo takhle, spíš by se shodil nám do party, protože my máme healerů fakt málo. A templář háže i nějaký buffy, že jo, určitě. Já mám templáře postavenýho jako tanka, kočkopsa. Takže úplně nevím, co tam má za buffy. Ale vím, že dáváš takový kolo, můžeš hodit takový ten proud světla, uděláš kolo a doplň to synergii hráčům Magicu stavil nebo healy podle toho, nebo HPčka podle toho, čeho mají nejvíc. Takže mě by si v tuhletom rozpoložení měl doplňovat Magicu. Nekras jsem si dneska udělal toho healera. Tím, že ti můžu ukázat, jaký build jsem na něj zvolil. A po případě i proč. Já už stejně jako tady budu končit, jenom si pokecám s kapitánem Rainem, abych měl ten Gideon hotový, uzavřený a pak můžu jít relog a ukázat ti toho healera. A pak už budu spát, protože koukám, je už 1:45.
Mercenary, you have news?
Aha. Rozumím.
That explains the reports I received from my scouts. Increased and flagrant waking flame activity in the countryside around Gideon. I take it Von Dacia knows the ambitions are there? Governor Keshu is wise. Gideon isn't as defensible as Leowin. A battle inside the city limits will cause untold damage and deaths among the common folk. Very well, mercenary. The Ivory Brigade will stand with the Black Fin Legion. I'll rally the Ivory Brigade here in Leowin, and we'll meet you at Fort Redmayne. We'll stop Von Dacia and his cultists. We have to. The cultists seem to have moved away from Leowin. I don't think the legates are in any immediate danger, but they're also no longer trying too hard to hide their identity. They're gathering in great numbers and setting up a perimeter around Gideon.
Dobrý, tak příště, až se potkáme, tak se připomeň. To už jsem toho healera budu mít otestovanýho, protože já jsem ráno vlastně akorát naexpil tu skill lineu a potom...
Ostrich is now following.
Děkuju za following. A potom jsem to naexpil, tak jsem vlastně si akorát build. Ale ještě jsem ho neotestoval v akci. Přesně tak, jako ono to má úplně jiný úplně jiný rozměr, když člověk vidí a slyší, jak se ty lidi tam baví v tým. Jo, jak procházím tady tím Gideonem. Vlastně Gideonem, teď jsem v Leivinu, ale když jsem byl v Gideonu, tak tam, jak se ty lidi začali bát, že na ně zaútočí ty přisluhovači probuzeného plamene. Je to fakt moc pěkný. Nicméně, kam mě to vede? Mě to vede teďko sem nahoru na bojiště. Tam ale nepůjdu. Já si chci vyzkoušet určitě ještě teda, když jsem v Gideonu, tak si vzít denní úkol, jestli náhodou nebude ta jediná pochodeň. Jediný dungeon, který nemám hotovej. To je někde tady. Jo, tady. To je zkoušeno a je to kde? Tady. Tak to je se špatně. Tak tohle nechci. Tak jdu spát už rovnou, jo? Tolik mám Leivin hotovej, když jsem říkal, že to je Gideon. Prostě už je v noc a potřebuji taky spát. Každopádně díky za sledování, děkuji fanouškovi za follow, Ostrichovi.cz a budu se těšit zase příště, což bude hned ráno, někdy dopoledne kolem 9:30 začnu na hodinku. A když to dobře dopadne, tak pak až večer, ale večer se k tomu asi už nedostanu. Ale každopádně se budu snažit. Jo, tak jo lidi, dobrou noc a krásný sny.
The storm is coming. The Imperial throne lies empty.
The scent of war swirls in the air. Evil awakens. A long-vanished foe stirs. Those who would destroy Tamriel seek out dangers to their dark plot. It is the 582nd year of the Second Era. The drums of war are sounding. This is where our journey begins.